Does that get down under the bracket of a win's a win?
I think so. Obviously, we've got a couple of gun players missing. So, with Nenny and Tim, who are probably a couple of the best players in the league on current form, missing, then it was always going to be a challenge in that respect. How do we cope without them? And a good test for us. Whilst it wasn't overly enjoyable for us as staff to watch, I think we did what we've done on several occasions this year, which is come through some close encounters, which is an admirable thing to be able to say about this team and its resilience and its winning habit, which is really important. So, and probably the difference between the two sides today in us and Hull was probably that winning habit. We're used to winning, and they've not quite obviously cracked that this year. But they're a different team now than they were at the beginning of the year. I think they've been, showed some resilience and togetherness since Grix is, took over, and they've got some good youngsters there that really troubled us. So it was a really tough encounter. I thought all were great. I don't think we was at our best, but again, I don't want to take away from the performance of Hull, and so I'm just pleased that we got through it.
It's always said in a lot of sports that the sign of a good team is when they win, when they're not at the best, but your lads have done that today.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we've done it a few times this year. We save our best for the best teams, if you like. So again, careful because I don't want to disrespect anybody, but I guess the teams that have the most the badge with the most size, I guess, gravitas, your Wigans, your Saints, and them sort of teams with Warrington. So to just get through it is the main thing, because the next block of games, including today, the next 6 games, we're probably big in terms of making sure we get points from them, because there's going to be a gap created between the top 7, I would say, and the rest. So some are going to fall off. It's getting to that part now where you can clearly see that one more loss for them beneath probably finishes them off. One more win for them above keeps them in the mix, and we want to be in the mix. So the 2 points was the main thing today. We'd have loved to have played well and have a polished performance, but we didn't. But we got the 2 points, so that's the next best thing.
And you sort of looking at the table now, where you're sort of looking to keep that 4-point gap on Catalan and Leeds, because you're now 4 clear, right? I just think it's cliche, but we are concentrating on ourselves, and we want as many points as we can. Like I said before, out of this next block, and like if the teams beneath lose points, then it gives you some form of comfort. But again, a little bit like last year, it'll end up being a shootout in and around 6th and 7th. So, but I think currently 4 teams joint second or something like that at the minute. So that's a remarkable achievement for this group. And where we're at, and so we can only be delighted with the position that we find ourselves on the table, but obviously we're very understanding of the tough running that we've got, the back half of the season, and the resilience and durability that we're going to have to show to get through that. Is that's why it's hard to win the grand final and finish in the top 6, because you need durability and resilience and all them things and spirit. So we've got most of them attributes. Hopefully we have a little bit of lady luck. I think at this club we always need a little bit of lady luck regarding injuries, and certainly Timmy and Nenny in the side makes us a better team. So hopefully they're not too long. Just lastly for me, you might just answer there. Any prognosis on Tim and Nenny?
There'll be a few weeks. They're both soft tissue injuries, so we can't rush them back. Probably Nenny's going to be sooner than Tim. It's unfortunate, but they'll be back.
Tim's a hammy. What's the knee though?
A quad.
Thank you. Cheers, Paul.
It was Sneady's 300th Super League game. Paul shows what a good kicker can do, really. You obviously feel sorry for Ben Reynolds in a situation like that.
We're fitting for Sneedy first that his 300th Super League game was against Hull. I think 161 appearances for Hull, and some significant ones in that, with 2 Lance Trophy winners' medals for himself, and some good times with Hull. He always speaks fondly. So it was significant, and and appropriate that we should play Hull on his 300th, and we wanted to win for him, and we got the win. But yeah, you're quite right, and it's in a game that wasn't polished, both sides. A performer and a competitor like Sneedy was always going to have a big influence, and whether that just be doing his job and chipping away at the 2 pointers, or the orchestrating of what we do and controlling the game. And I thought he did that without being spectacular. I just thought he was a calming influence and probably a difference between the two sides. And yeah, unfortunately for Ben, he'll kick 99 out of 100 of those, and well, fortunately for us, he missed. So that's the way it goes sometimes.
I think Hull made a presentation to Sneedy before the game with a shirt of Salford done anything for him to mark 300, or will he do?
The lads all got him a bit of something and made something in the dressing room. So I would hope the club does something in due course. But yeah, it was a lovely touch from Hull.
And good to see Ryan back with a try and an assist.
Yeah, definitely. In particular, his second half performance, I thought it was very good. So I'm glad he had a second half performance like that. I think it will have done him good in terms of confidence after being out for a while, and it's good to get that under his belt.